So I checked trending because I haven't done checking trending or anything in a very long time. And the number one thing trending on YouTube is the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So I'm over here like, what? And I checked the date, and this came out yesterday, but I have seen nobody on social media even talk about this. Maybe that's saying something about me and the people I follow. I don't know, but I remember when the first Black Panther came out, the same people that I followed were just hyped up like fucking crazy, myself included, because I was hyped up because I actually knew who Black Panther was before the fucking movies, and I'm not even a comic book nerd. You know who I learned or how I learned who he was? From Dexter's Laboratory with White Tiger, the Justice Friends. Um, but I'm not a comic book nerd, so I just like, all right, I guess. So I saw the Black Panther movie, and it sucked. It was terrible. It was fucking trash. And everyone made it out to be like the greatest fucking thing Marvel has ever done, and I'm just kind of like, the CGI was horrible. The plot was stupid. Everything was just dumb. The only cool character was Killmonger. That's it. That's all you got. And this movie got, I think, an Oscar, which is just a fucking joke. So, anyways, I know people are gonna think like, oh, you're negative. Well, it's okay because I'm negative about a lot of different kind of movies, and it's not just Black Panther or Marvel movies in general. I'm notorious for liking Marvel movies. I don't like superhero movies. I think they're all stupid. They're pretty much all the same exact thing, recycled over and over and over. And speaking of recycled, the point of this video, I noticed something. And I think I'm the only person that actually noticed because I've read the comments for a good 15 minutes. People are talking about how, oh, I haven't had chills like this since Endgame. Endgame sucked too. So part of me wants to be a movie critic really, really bad because I like to analyze movies. Cinema has always been a thing. It's the whole reason I even make YouTube videos in the first place. What inspired me to make videos was watching FND films on YouTube back in like 2008. I think I've said that before, back when I used to regularly upload on MySpace because I didn't think YouTube was going to kick off anywhere. My mistake, of course. But I took a test, like a career test, and it said I'd be a great film director because of my vision and everything like that when it comes to everything that I do, whatever. I don't remember word for word what it said. I took this test back in sixth grade, so it meant a lot to me back then. So when I watch a movie, I analyze the living shit out of it. That's kind of what I do. That's why I have a podcast where I just talk about movies that I need to get back onto doing. Um, I love cinema. Fun fact, I've seen every single zombie movie ever made. Fun fact, except for the ones that have probably been released in the last 24 hours. But when I noticed about this trailer in particular, everyone that's saying that it was so great are the same exact people that probably said Avatar 2's trailer looked like shit or who cared. It's the same trailer. This is literally the same exact fucking trailer for Avatar 2 that's coming out this year as well. And I think if anything, this is a bigger middle finger to Avatar 2 because this comes out a month beforehand. So you're literally, which I feel like Marvel is doing this on purpose because this is that kind of movie that Marvel would be smart to release around Christmas, but they know they can't do that because Avatar is coming out around Christmas. Because the first Avatar came out, I think, on Christmas back in like 2009 or 2010, one of the two. It's been a long time. But this is just going to give the middle finger to the Avatar movie because it's going to be the same fucking movie. The trailer is the same. They even have the part where they're swimming with the fucking whale. It's the same fucking trailer. It's the same shit. It's the same fucking thing. And guess what? Guess who owns Marvel and guess who owns Avatar? Disney. So not only are they recycling shit to you, they're literally just doing it with different franchises now. Which, take it, I've never they've done stuff like this before, but this is the same year. This is the same year that this shit's coming out, a month apart from each other. And I guarantee you, you know what? Because of the fact that Chadwick, whatever the fuck his name was, died. I don't really care about the actor. I know that may sound insensitive, but I don't care. I'm not. I don't care about him. The guy clearly didn't even want to play Black Panther, anyways. I know it's a negative video, whatever. I don't really care. I don't like shit like this because I think it's stupid. I mean, I'm happy for the people that are excited for this movie. I'm glad. I'm sorry. I'm glad. I hope it's everything you want it to be. I just don't think you should just like it because of what it is. Of course, I think you should like it because it's a good movie, but that's just my inner self talking. Like, I love Toy Story. I love Toy Story 2. I hated Toy Story 3. I know that's controversial. A lot of people got mad at me when I said that Toy Story 3 sucked because it was the same exact movie as Toy Story 2. You just got the same exact fucking movie all over again, and people are just like, "Oh, this is so great." And I'm like, "You paid money to see the exact same thing. I don't understand why people just do that. I don't. That's mainly like why I don't like Marvel movies because they all became the same thing. I saw Thor 4, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, and the movie pissed me off. You know why? Because like the first Thor movie, I loved that. It was great. It was a different kind of superhero movie. I kind of enjoyed it. I've never seen a superhero movie where he wasn't a superhero for the entire movie because he started off at the top and got knocked down all the way to the fucking bottom to get humbled. That's cool. That's fucking cool. So I was like, okay. So when Thor: The Dark World came out, I was hyped up. I had to lie to myself to say that movie was good. That movie sucked ass, and I had to watch it 2 times just to realize how bad it really was. Because the first time I walked out of the theater, like, that was cool. Loki was there again, you know? He died for like the third time. It's like the third time he's died in these movies. And then Ragnarok came out, and the movie was funny. I'll admit that, but I didn't like it for the fact that they made Hulk a completely different person. They made Thor basically into a Looney Tune because audience like it when these characters are funny, but they also get mad when the comic book villains aren't matching up with what they were in the comic books. Well, guess what? Everyone's mad about the Mandarin or whatever, but Guardians of the Galaxy, they never acted like this shit in the comic books like what they do in the movies. People give that a pass for whatever fucking reason. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Iron Man is my favorite superhero." Nobody gave a flying fuck about Iron Man before 2008. He was nobody's favorite superhero. Like, I hate the mentality that we have towards the stuff nowadays, and it's not that I'm hating people for being happy about things. Like, if this stuff means something to you, I'm glad. Like, my favorite game is World of Warcraft. People rip on that all the time. I get a little defensive about that, but I get that. I get why people don't like it. So I completely understand if you're going to enjoy this. It just, I don't know. It doesn't look good. And I think what's worse right now is we already have these YouTube channels where they're like, Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer breakdown. What does it mean? Motherfucker, you don't know any more about the fucking trailer than we do. You know why? Because we watch the same fucking thing. And what is it? I'm looking at right here. It's a 15-minute, 48-second video about somebody breaking down the trailer. Well, guess what? Black Panther's not even in the movie unless it's going to be his sister or whatever now. And they're going to have to give you some half-assed excuse why he's not in the movie. They should never have made that. He died. Just let it go. Just mention it in another movie. Like, I get it, but like this is just Disney's opportunity to make $1 billion because people are going to be dumb enough to go see this, and I will not be one of them this time because I did not like the last one. I thought the last one was fucking stupid. But people give it a pass because it was black, and I get that. I understand that. I mean, like I said, more power to you. Just whatever. But I think it doesn't matter what the topic is. A movie should be judged on the quality of the film, not just for what it is. But that's just me, of course. But no, this is literally Avatar. This is Avatar 2. This is the fucking same trailer, and I guarantee you it's going to be the same movie. Quote me on that. We'll see who's wrong, and I guess 5 months whenever we get to see Avatar 2 come out. Because, that's another thing too. Like, I get that Avatar was a very generic movie. It was basically Ferngully. I get that. But I like Ferngully. I appreciated that. You know what else I like? Dances with Wolves. That's basically what that movie was. Avatar was amazing when it came out. You cannot sit here and tell me that movie was not visually fantastic. You know why? Because James Cameron is probably the greatest director that ever lived. That man, everything he touches becomes gold. He is he's phenomenal. And nowadays we all shit on Avatar for like what? It was amazing. When that movie came out, it was fucking groundbreaking. So I don't know. You tell me. Tell me. You go ahead and yell at me all you want in the comments. I really don't care. I'm just saying. You're basically going to be paying money to go see the exact same thing coming out in a month ahead when the trailer came out for that beforehand. Disney's just a piece of shit. But no, like what I was saying earlier, before I end this video, what's really funny to me is the fact that Avatar was like the number. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, but Avatar was the number one movie of all time, apart from Gone with the Wind. But inflation's a different story for that argument. But Avatar was the number one movie until Endgame came out, and that was only because they had to re-fucking release Endgame a second time in a short month span with some bullshit ass editing that they just threw in there because they knew they didn't care because they knew people like you would be stupid enough to go see that fucking movie. And guess what happened? People were dumb enough to go pay to see the same exact movie they just paid for like what 5 minutes of extra footage. Half of that was the Spider-Man trailer. You're stupid. Don't go see this fucking movie. But if you want to go see this movie, let me know how much you liked it. I'm not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna be a Marvel bitch. Like I'm past that time now. Like Endgame was just fucking trash. All these movies are the exact same thing. You're paying to see the same thing. That's all I gotta say. I'm negative as fuck with this. Goodbye.